Hey, how is it going? A really good day today. I didn't get a chance to do a video before. I didn't get any footage during, and here I am at the very end of the day, about to go into jiu-jitsu, having delivered the talk on mindfulness to my client, to Broadgate Estates. And it went really well. I was really pleased with it. Sometimes I come away from something like that, having done a talk, and even though I kind of feel like, yeah, well, that went well, I don't feel like I've got everything across that I wanted to get across, or had the right kind of impact. Whereas this, maybe it was because there were a good number of practicals. There's a good bit of experience, as in people were taking part and doing things that I felt like I really did hit the mark. And when I kind of went back over it afterwards, everything that I planned to do, all the points I planned to make, I had made. Were the bits that I'd change if I were to do it again? Absolutely. Were the bits that I didn't get quite right, and as in delivery? Absolutely. But none of it threw me, and perhaps it was because the talk was on mindfulness. I was very mindful. I was very aware and in the moment, in the present moment, during during delivering it. So I've had some really good feedback from it so far. It's the first time I've given that particular talk, or a full talk on that topic. So I'm really interested to hear what the other feedback is from those. There's about 45 people there in the room. And also the time of the day and the circumstances around giving a talk were a little bit odd. It was they'd all had a morning of sessions. It started at 10 o'clock. I was on about 12:30, 1:15. And they'd travelled from all over the UK to be here. It's kind of centre managers conference. And so, the long day, long morning with just one break perhaps. And then I was talking during lunch. So they had their lunch break and I was on for 45 minutes during lunch. So I was aware that there was possibly a sense for some people of, who the hell is this guy? Why can't we just have relax for 40 minutes or so and have a proper break, instead of having to sit through another presentation. So I really wanted to come out of the gate with some energy and combat that. And I felt like I felt like I hit the mark. So it'll be interesting to hear what the feedback is from those in attendance. Kind of interestingly, if you have watched any of these videos, certainly I'm thinking now, after I finished with Momentum earlier on in the year, and after I finished with the session at Walton, there's two other talks I gave last month. I came away from them with a very kind of intuitive sense of how they'd gone, and they weren't exactly as I'd hoped that they would go. Although I was quite happy with the performance, I was happy with my reflection on them, and that was matched by the observations of a few other people as well, which was absolutely fine. This time I feel like I've nailed it. I feel like I've delivered a really good session. It would be interesting now to hear the feedback and to see if there's any observations from people who watched it and who experienced it as to what they thought worked and what they thought didn't work, and see if there's any mismatch in my interpretation of how it went and other people's, the recipients. If there's a difference, is it a big deal? Am I overly concerned? No, not really. I'd rather have the feedback and know what to work on, because I think this is a talk I can deliver again. In fact, I know it is, and I really want to, because I think the message is pretty straightforward. I made the point that I'm not a mindfulness expert, but you don't have to be to talk about this. You don't have to be to access the benefits and the power of mindfulness. That's kind of the point of it. So I do want to do this again. So if there's any way that I can improve, then I'm all for figuring that out. So a good day today, and tomorrow I'm on a course back in London again, actually on a course. So I won't get much of a chance to do anything at all tomorrow. But that's okay, because it'll be an interesting session, I'm sure. It's on coaching and how to position yourself as a coach, which is obviously the other big thing. Well, not obviously, it's one of the other big things that I do. So that's me for tonight. I'll off to jiu-jitsu now, and check in again tomorrow with an update. Bye for now.